Do you find yourself faced with injustice or confronted with a legal matter that you need help resolving? If so, call attorney David Walbacher at 216-225-9181. That's attorney David Walbacher for all your legal needs.
Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Spees. Welcome to Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
As a family practice, Spees Chiropractic welcomes in patients of all ages. Whether this is your first time or you've done this before, Dr. Spees and his compassionate staff are here for you. What makes Spees Chiropractic unique is their three-tier approach. By using chiropractic care alongside massage therapy and physical therapy, all your healthcare needs will be treated compassionately and comprehensively. Spees Chiropractic. Make the right choice for your care.
Buffalo Wild Wings in St. Mary's, proud to support Rough Rider Athletics and the Memorial Student Athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Rough Riders football game, streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, drinks, sports.
Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success and supporter of the Rider Nation and St. Mary's community.
Here at TLC, we expanded our business, so we wanted the security of knowing exactly where all the kids are and what's going on in each of the rooms. We chose Fowler's because we've done all our televisions with them, and they mentioned they have security systems. So we just wanted to go out and look at it, and they were very upfront, and they do excellent work from start to finish. And so we chose Fowler's TV. It's been great for us here at TLC Learning Center, and Fowler's TV would be great for anyone.
Colder weather is just around the corner, and you want to make sure your family's vehicle is tuned up and ready to go. Rabel's Auto Service has been voted the best auto repair center in St. Mary's the last 3 years. And did you know they will pick up and deliver your vehicle for free? Give Rabel's Auto Service a call at 419-394-1624 or stop in and see Jeremy at 1610 Salina Road in St. Mary's. Rabel's Auto Service in St. Mary's. Give them a call today.
Friends of the St. Mary's Theater need your financial help to secure a state grant, which we need to raise $500,000 in individual contributions by the end of 2021. Any donation is welcome, and suggested donations, which can be pledged, are $200, $1,823, $2,023, and beyond. Send a check to Friends of St. Mary's Theater, P.O. Box 382, St. Mary's, Ohio, or visit us at grandoperahouselive.com to make an online payment to the 501c3. See more on our Facebook page at Grand Opera House Live. The time is now to make this happen.
Listed right there.
Well, hello everyone, and we welcome you to Grand Lake Health Systems Court for a WBL encounter between the visiting Bath Wild Kittens and the host team, the St. Mary's Lady Rough Riders. I'm Joe Hurlbert. I'll be bringing you all the play-by-play action of tonight's contest. Joining me once again, as they've done throughout the course of the season, is Kelly and Derek J. And of course, when you talk about the Bath Wild Kittens, of course, you talk about the history and the tradition of Bath. 2 head coaches in this program's entire history, Gretchen Pritchard and their current head coach, Greg Malk. They come in with a record of 16-5, 6-2 in the Western Buckeye League, but right now they're battling injuries.
Right. They have not much depth in their roster this year, and Coach said that he doesn't use much of his bench, and we'll see how that goes. Hopefully the Riders can get the ball out and run them a little bit and maybe get a little fatigue. But started out the season losing Lexi Renner, who was his point guard, out with a knee injury, and then also lost Elena Oliver, who came back just in the middle of January, so she hasn't been that long. So really a credit to the Bath program that they've done as well as they have this year, coming in at 16-5, battling those injuries. And you know, in those seasons when you don't have a lot of depth to begin with, and then you come in and immediately get a couple of injuries. That's always a trying season for the coach. But they seem to have endured and come into tonight's game with 5 consecutive wins, and they seem to be on somewhat of a roll here. looking at their scores, they're holding teams into the 40s, in the low 40s. They're scoring in the low 40s, but holding teams sometimes in the teens. I'm looking at a 17 versus Wapak and 17 versus LCC, and Versailles had a score fest with 23. So yeah, obviously they're defending well, and I'm sure some of that has to do with getting Elaine Oliver back into the lineup. She's a 6 foot junior, so yeah, it'll be interesting. But I don't think anybody is going to feel sorry for Coach Mock having any injuries, because they have been, not just in the WBL but in the state of Ohio, kind of the gold standard for girls basketball.
Absolutely. Well, the St. Mary's Lady Rough Riders of head coach John Burke, they come in 15-5 overall, 5-2 in the Western Buckeye League. Last Thursday's game against Elida was canceled due to weather. That game will be made up this Saturday here at noon at Grand Lake Health Systems Court. We'll have that game for you here on Rider Nation Station. The last game that we had covered them, they beat St. Henry 61-27, so everything seems to be clicking for the Rough Riders. Hopefully they can keep that momentum going as we head for the tournament.
And there is a potential for St. Mary's and Bath to meet up in the district semis, and so this game hopefully gives both teams a little bit of a playbook on how they might play each other come tournament time, which is just, it's just a stone's throw away here.
Well, stay with us at halftime, because we're going to touch base on the brackets as far as the girls bracketing is concerned, where the Rough Riders will go and who they will play and where they will play. So right now they're lowering the flag. Both teams are finishing up their warm-ups here at Grand Lake Health Systems Court. They'll head to their respective benches. Derek, what do you anticipate for tonight?
I anticipate a pretty low-scoring affair tonight, with the way that Bath the season's fallen for them, as Kelly talked about earlier. They're a defensive team, and so I think they're really going to try to slow us down, maybe throw a tempo press at us, and slow it down. Try not to let Kendall and Noe get loose.
Well, they've lowered the flag, as I mentioned. They're going to ask the fans here at Grand Lake Health Systems Court to rise to their feet for the playing of their national anthem. As they do, we'll take a break. We'll come back with the introduction of players and the tip-off of tonight's contest right after this.
At Schaff Auto Sales, we always have a large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles with prices right to fit all budgets. So before you buy, give us a try. See Aaron High, the car guy.
Varsity Lanes, home of the Rough Riders 2018-19 Boys and Girls State Bowling Champions. Striking up delicious food, 32 taps, Queen of Hearts, and nightly food and drink specials with a great family atmosphere. Carry out is available. Stop in and see us after the game. Go Riders!
Albert Sporting Goods is here to outfit your team, both on and off the field. Since 1980, Albert Sporting Goods has serviced schools, clubs, and businesses throughout Ohio. For all of your uniform, spirit wear, and equipment needs, make it Albert Sporting Goods. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Buffalo Wild Wings in St. Mary's, proud to support Rough Rider Athletics and the Memorial Student Athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Rough Riders football game, streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, drinks, sports.
Alrighty, we welcome you back once again to Grand Lake Health Systems Court. Joe Hurlbert alongside Derek and Kelly J as we bring you girls Western Buckeye League action. Of course, as I mentioned, the Lady Riders will have one more game remaining, and that will be Saturday at noon. That will be a makeup contest against the Elida Lady Bulldogs. So if you're looking for something to do on Saturday at around noon, come and join us here at Grand Lake Health Systems Court for some good girls high school basketball.
And I might add that game is a varsity-only game on Saturday.
why don't people tell me this? Seriously, why don't people tell me this? Because you know what? I would have rolled in here about noon.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking that the girls' JVs will play, and then I'll have plenty of time. But that one.
Yeah, I can't take credit for that. Derek just hit me and said,
"Oh,
hey,
he did."
Yeah. He wrote that one down, and.
Well, I wonder if the Spencers know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyways,
well, thank you for that.
No, yeah. This game actually, while we're looking towards the end of the season, and it is Bath's last game of the season. They're 16-5, so they play 21 games. My math skills aren't great, but yeah, I can figure that one out. But anyways, for WBL standings, but Bath is currently sitting in third place in the WBL at 6-2. St. Mary's technically in fourth place at 5-2. So if St. Mary's can knock them off tonight, move into a tie for third place, and that's something to hang their hat on here. So and then of course that will not be St. Mary's last league game because they do have that makeup on Saturday.
Prior at halftime between a JV contest, Kelly and I had an opportunity to talk with Bath Wild Kitten head coach Greg Malk, and I'll tell you what a pleasure to talk with him. And of course, Greg and I go back a long ways. Obviously, you guys do as well. We quarterbacked against each other in high school, and then we were teammates at the University of Toledo together. So it was kind of good to reminisce a little bit about that and talk a little bit about UT football, and of course some of the players in high school that was around and about, like the Jim Andrews and the Steve Penorwoods, and it was just neat to sit and listen to you guys talk about the history of basketball.
And we talked about, and mostly we were talking mostly guys basketball at the time, but the rich history that our area has in boys basketball, and so it was nice to be able to reminisce about players' names and things.
Tip is controlled by the Lady Rough Riders. Noe Ruane will have the basketball. And we see immediately the Bath Wild Kittens jump out into a 2-3 zone. Drop it down into McLaughlin, and she throws it out of bounds. And that's exactly what Bath is going to try to pressure you to do. They're going to probably force you to take long shots, go with the 2-3 zone, and force you to turn the basketball over.
And Bath's pretty long if you look at them out there. That they're big, and most of their bigs are pretty long-armed as well. So I think they're going to try to use that length to try to make shots tougher.
Elena Oliver with a 3-point goal gives Bath their first lead of the contest, 3-0 on the Fowler TV scoreboard.
You look at the...
nice pass down low. It goes to
Morgan Hesse.
She was able to finish, but good look.
But yeah, the Wild Kittens are very, very long, as Derek just said. Faust comes in at 6'1", and both the Olivers at 6 foot, so they got some good size.
Shot was put up by Clark, no good. Here comes the Rough Riders the other way. Noe Ruane. Drop it down to McLaughlin, to Deringer. Rabel for 3, nope, doesn't hit anything. Ruane's got the backside rebound to Deringer. Down low to McLaughlin, kick it to Rabel. McLaughlin tried to throw it down to Hesse, and the ball was stolen. Excuse me, another turnover for the Lady Riders. Oliver with the basketball, has it blocked by McLaughlin. Here comes the Riders the other way. Cora Rabel with the basketball to Kendall Deringer, far side. They swing it to Ruane. Drop it down low to McLaughlin. Goes up off the glass, whistle and a foul. She's going to be fouled by
Claire Faust.
Faust?
I think Claire Faust on that one. And again, great size for the Kittens inside, and it was great for Carson McLaughlin to go right at him, attack the size, and not be intimidated.
McLaughlin hits the free throw. Claire Faust at 6'1", Annie Oliver is 6 foot, Elena Oliver is 6 foot, 2 sophomores and a junior.
Yeah. And the Renner girl, who I said was out this season as a point guard, is also a junior. So I know Coach Balk's got to be pretty happy with what he's got coming back.
Good job by Kendall Daringer on the defense. As Rachel Clark brings the basketball up, shot put up, nope, won't go by Elena Oliver. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll still belong to the Wild Kittens underneath their own basket. Clark will trigger it in. Craddock's with the basketball.
Ryder sitting in that 2-3.
Shot put up by Craddock's. Got it for 3. 6-2 on the Fowler TV scoreboard.
Craddock has 14 points a game for the Wild Kittens.
I think Coach Burke would probably want his girls to be a little better at communicating where she is in that 2-3 zone. You never want to lose the leading scorer.
Jacobs' pass the ball is booted out of bounds by Rachel Clark. So the Riders will have the basketball under their own, well, kind of under their own basket on the baseline. Kendall Daringer will trigger it in. Ball's tipped. Cora Rabel runs it down. Noe Ruane. Daringer drives the paint, loses it, turnover. Almost got it back. Ava Craddock's with the basketball, and she'll give it over to Oliver.
Ryder switched into a little man. Not sure she didn't double dribble there.
Yeah, I think she did. She pinned it.
She pinned it against her leg.
Clark, she'll drop it down low. Claire Faust scores, and we've got a timeout on the floor with 4:22 remaining. Bath Wild Kittens 8, the St. Mary's Rough Riders 2. We'll take a break.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is a middle school and high school club looking to spread God's love throughout numerous schools and communities of our local area. FCA's favorite play of the game is both teams joining together in prayer at the conclusion of the game. God bless you, sports fans.
Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success, and supporter of the Rider Nation and St. Mary's community.
Varsity Lanes, home of the Rough Riders 2018-19 Boys and Girls State Bowling Champions. Striking up delicious food, 32 taps, Queen of Hearts, and nightly food and drink specials with a great family atmosphere. Carry out is available. Stop in and see us after the game. Go Riders!
8-2 on the Fowler TV scoreboard. The Bath Wild Kittens on top. 4:18 remaining here in the first quarter. Joe Hurlbert, Kelly, and Derek J. Rider Nation Station, glad to have you along wherever you may be watching.
The Wild Kittens jumped into a 1-3-1 after that timeout.
Deringer's three-point shot hits the front of the iron, won't fall. Here comes Ava Craddock's. Up to Rachel Clark.
I'm sure Coach Burke would like to get Daringer or Ruane just to get a nice easy bucket for him. Get him on track.
For 3. So right now the Wild Kittens are doing it from beyond the arc.
Hitting 34% from the three-point line, which is pretty good for Craddock.
Ruane, drop it down low to Hesse, goes off the glass, won't go. Rebound comes down.
That size may have bothered her just a hair on that. I think Morgan Hesse's a little quicker than her inside, so I think she can probably take her to the basket if she faces up.
Ava Craddock has the basketball, give it to Oliver. Elena with the basketball. She'll give it to Craddox. Saves it from going out of bounds. Drives inside the paint. Goes up with his shot. It's going to be short. Rebound comes down to Noe Ruane.
I think Noe Ruane got a piece of that one.
Down low it goes to Hesse, to Jacobs. Ball loose on the floor. And still loose on the floor, and it's picked up by Bath. Here comes Ava Craddox with the basketball. Far side it goes to Faust, or Clark, Rachel Clark.
Rough Riders really struggling with that 2-3 zone early, kind of struggling to get the offense started.
Down low, nice pass, goes up, shot is partially blocked, but too much on the body. And Claire Faust will go to the line. She'll shoot 2.
Claire Faust is a 62% free throw shooter.
Definitely someone you don't mind sending to the line.
She misses the first, she'll get one more. Here comes Reese Rabel into the ball lane as Carson McLaughlin checks in as well.
I think Coach Burke maybe wants a little extra outside shooting there. See if Reese can knock down a shot from the perimeter for the Riders.
Claire Faust hits 1 of 2. It's 12-2. It's been all Lady Wild Kittens here in the first quarter. Ruane for 3. No. Off the back of the iron. Rebound comes down to Oliver. Oliver will give the ball to Clark.
And the Riders haven't played in 9 days. They may be showing a little bit of rust. You know, that snowstorm canceled, and then they weren't able to make up that game on the Saturday. Kind of pushed things back a little bit, so maybe they're just trying to knock off a little bit of rust here in the early going. Not getting much dribble penetration against the zone. I'd like to see a little bit of that.
Ruane will drop it down to McLaughlin. Reese Rabel with the basketball. Daringer in the corner, it goes to Ruane. She'll drop it down low to McLaughlin. Goes up, shot, whistle, foul. We'll take a look at the replay here. Ruane drops it down into McLaughlin. And she lowers the shoulder, but they're going to call a foul on Clara Faust. And she'll go to the line and shoot 2.
You're right, Joe. I think she's pretty lucky that she didn't get called with an offensive foul there.
But again, when you're going against big players, you have to take it at them. You can't fade away. You can't back off. You got to be aggressive. Sometimes you're going to get offensive fouls called, but more often you will pick up the defensive foul against them. So good move by Carson McLaughlin.
Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. McLaughlin hit 1 of 2 free throws. Shot put up by Clark, no good. McLaughlin's got it. Here comes Reese Rabel with the basketball. Give it to Kendall Daringer. Rabel thought about it, has the ball knocked out of bounds by Rachel Clark.
Reese Rabel has shown the ability to pump in those fairly deep threes. I like her range. When she does that ball fake, it's not that she's just trying to draw them out. She's definitely willing to shoot it there.
Daringer, we're down to 27 seconds. McLaughlin, Reese Rabel. Ball knocked away by Clark. Run down by Daringer. She's going to be almost double teamed there. Ruane for 3. No, won't go. Rebound comes down to Daringer. We're under 10 to play here in the first quarter.
Hopefully she
down to
knows
5.
what the
Rabel.
time is.
She's going to launch a long one. Got it! And that's going to be the end of the first quarter with the score on the Fowler TV scoreboard. The Bath Wild Kittens 12, the St. Mary's Lady Riders 6. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this.
Am I a prophet?
You are a prophet.
Colder weather is just around the corner, and you want to make sure your family's vehicle is tuned up and ready to go. Rabel's Auto Service has been voted the best auto repair center in St. Mary's the last 3 years. And did you know they will pick up and deliver your vehicle for free? Give Rabel's Auto Service a call at 419-394-1624 or stop in and see Jeremy at 1610 Salina Road in St. Mary's. Rabel's Auto Service in St. Mary's. Give them a call today.
At Schaff Auto Sales, we always have a large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles with prices right to fit all budgets. So before you buy, give us a try. See Aaron High, the car guy.
Back at Grand Lake Health Systems Court, Joe Hurlbert along with Kelly and Derek J. 12-3 Wild Kittens on top. Derek, what do you see in the first quarter? Riders need to do what?
Well, we were just talking off air. The Riders aren't getting a whole lot of penetration right now. They're just doing a lot of passing it around the perimeter, and they're not really making the Wildcat zone collapse at all. And if you don't make a zone collapse, you can just pass it around forever and not really get anywhere offensively. So the Riders need to get a little penetration, hopefully something Coach Burke relayed to Kendall Deringer and get her in the lane a little bit. But the Wildcats were 3 of 5 from the three-point line. And they're only shooting 29% on the year. So hopefully that's something that will come down as the rest of the game goes on.
Does it surprise you, and we've seen it all year, how high they post up McLaughlin? Because normally she comes up to on offense, she comes up to about the free throw line and handles the ball up there instead of down low on the block where you would normally see a big person play.
There, if you look at the Bath zone, it sits pretty high. They've really, really extended high. And that's one thing that the Riders can do, attack that short corner, make them collapse down on the baseline a little bit, and that might free up some of the people on the perimeter just a tad. I'm always a big proponent of the short corner. Mm-hmm. The short corner is sometimes overlooked by coaches.
Deringer goes up with a shot, and it counts. Good job by the Rough Riders running the floor, finding Kendall Deringer on the back side as she just beat the Bath defense down the floor.
And we talked about that in the early going, Bath not subbing much and having some bigger kids. If the Riders can get the ball out and make them get up and down the court, maybe get them tired a little bit, maybe get some easier shots. So that was a great job of Kendall reading that and getting out and going.
You see here on your replayers, Kendall Deringer handling the ball.
Personal foul, number 11, Avery Cotton, her first. Team third.
There, Carson was down low, and they got her the basketball, and she goes up. She's fouled. She'll be at the line and shoot 2.
So far, Carson McLaughlin has been the mainstay of the Rough Rider offense here.
And all at the line.
Yes.
She misses that one, makes 1 of 2. Oliver gets the basketball, passes over to Elena Oliver. I'm sorry, that's Annie Oliver, and it's stolen by Kendall Deringer. A whistle foul is going to be on Annie Oliver.
Sometimes when the offense is a little stagnant, creating offense from the defense is a nice alternative. And Kendall took advantage of that there. Kendall is in the daily standards stats column, first in steals for a game.
McLaughlin goes up with a shot, no good. Rebound. Nice touch pass up to Craddock and blocked by Noe Ruane. Nice clean block by Ruane. Here comes Deringer the other way. Down underneath to Hesse. Rabel, Deringer. They're going to get it down low. Ball denied by Bath. All the way over to Ruane. 3-point shot up. No, off the back of the iron. Rebound. I think it's going to be called on McLaughlin, I believe. Over the back, maybe.
We know that Noe Ruane is an outstanding three-point shooter. She also is first in the daily standard rankings and three-point shooting percentage at 44 a game. She is going to connect on some of those. It's just a matter of time.
Rachel Clark handling the basketball, guarded there by Daringer. Clark stops and pops from the right side and got it. 16-9, Bath Wild Kittens on top, 5:50 remaining here in the first half. Ruane, McLaughlin, Rabel. Skip pass over to Ruane, up off the glass, got it.
Nice scoop shot by Noe Ruane, and hopefully that's one of those shots that kind of give her a little confidence for the rest of the game.
Sometimes you just got to see it go through the rim before the other stuff starts falling from deep.
My coach in high school always used to tell me, hey, if you miss a few from the perimeter, drive.
Exactly.
Get to the foul line. They're always a lot easier from the free throw line, and then things seem to get better for the rest of the game.
Shot put up by Oliver, gets her own rebound, goes up, nope, won't go. Rebound comes down. We don't know. And they said it's last touch by the Rough Riders, so it will remain Bath ball.
Wouldn't mind seeing a little Reese Rabel action here after canning that shot at the end of the half. Help stretch out that zone a little bit.
Elena tried to get the ball down to Annie, and the ball is booted by the Rough Riders, so it will remain Bath Wild Kitten ball. 16-11 on the Fowler TV scoreboard, 4:57 remaining. Rachel Clark with the basketball, guarded there by Reagan Allmeyer.
Reagan's just in the game.
Nice steal by Noe Ruane's got Jacobs running the left side, goes up with a shot, nope, won't go. Jacobs with the rebound, up and scores. Nice follow by Ella Jacobs on the missed layup by Noe Ruane. It's 16-13. The Rough Riders have pulled to within 3.
That steal came about because of Reagan Allmeyer's defense, hounding the guard out front. That was a close one as well.
Craddock's for 3. Nope, off the back of the iron. Rebound comes down to Oliver. Puts it in the paint, drop step, goes up, blocked by Ruane. Nice save by McLaughlin. Here comes the Rough Riders the other way. Far side it goes to Allmeyer. She's going to launch a 3 herself. Got it! And we're tied up at 16 with 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. It's a big 3 for Allmeyer and the Rough Riders.
Yeah, kind of responsible for 5 points there with that. Like I said, she instigated that steal on the previous possession and then drills the 3.
Mercy, shot put up by Annie Oliver, doesn't hit anything. Here comes the Lady Rough Riders. And if you're head coach John Burke, you got to be pleased right now. It seems like the rust is starting to fall off, and they're finding their offense. Drop it down low to McLaughlin. Rabel drives inside the paint, goes up with a shot. Nope, won't go. Rebound comes down to Ava Craddock.
That possession there was what Derek was talking about. A lot of perimeter passing. Great to see Cora Rabel attack a seam and get a shot out. Didn't hit it, but attacked the correct.
Rabel goes up with a shot, and she's fouled by Ava Craddock. And Rabel should go to the line and shoot 2.
Personal foul number 11.
You see on your replay, nice pass by Noe Ruane, nice catch. Goes up with a shot.
From this one, this
looked
angle.
like it was all ball, didn't it?
Yeah. Hey, we'll take that one though.
Well, everybody can make those calls when you watch a replay.
Sure. and we'll just say it was this camera angle. From the other side, it was a lot worse.
There you go.
And like to see Cora cash in some free throws
And the
there.
Rough Riders get the lead for the first time in the contest at the 2:54 mark in the first half. 17-16, Lady Riders up on top. Derek, what have you seen that has allowed St. Mary's to come back in here and take the lead
Well, the one thing is they've managed to use their speed a little bit in transition, kind of avoid having to deal with the zone by scoring in transition instead. And they've moved the ball. Their movement has been better against the zone, better than it was in the first quarter.
Hesse to Deringer. Back down to Morgan Hesse, goes up with a shot off the glass and two. Nice strong move by Morgan Hesse.
Went right at Claire Faust. Ella
Annie
Jacobs all over
Rachel Clark for three. Nope, off the back of the iron. Oh. Last touch by Faith, or excuse me, I thought it was last touch by Faith Clark. She's in the ball game for the first time for the Bath Wild Kittens.
The royal blue, not the baby blue, but the royal blue fans not happy with that call.
And that's correct. Oliver for three, got it. 21-19, Wild Kittens on top.
A little bit of an anomaly there. Oliver shooting only 22% from three for the season, so.
Jacobs back to Ruane, to Reese Rabel, to Deringer. Ball knocked away by Rachel Clark. Good defense there. And here comes the Wild Kittens the other way.
Rough Rider spacing on that possession was a little left a little to be desired there. Had about three people within about 5 feet of each other.
Oliver. Faith Clark with the basketball. Drives across the lane. Ball's kicked by Kendall Deringer. It will remain Bath ball. 52 seconds remaining, 21-19 on the Fowler TV scoreboard. Wild Kittens on top.
Coach Mock doing a tad bit of subbing there with Faith Clark entering the game. Not sure she gets a ton of playing time normally.
That may be as deep as he goes.
Yeah,
too.
it might be.
She was the sub when Faust got into foul trouble and when Craddock got into foul trouble, so I think she's the only sub.
They don't have warm-up shirts on, but yeah, if they had them, I think a bunch of those people would probably still have them on.
Kendall Deringer, good defense there on Clark. Ball loose on the floor, and it's knocked out of bounds by Clark. So the Rough Riders have 8.7 seconds to take it the length of the court to see if they can tie this one up or take the lead before halftime. Deringer, far side, it goes to Reese Rabel. She's going to launch a three. No, rolls in and out, and that's the horn, which sounds the end of the first half with the score on the Fowler TV scoreboard. It's the Bath Wild Kittens 21, the St. Mary's Lady Rough Riders 19. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with halftime right after this.
Do you find yourself faced with injustice or confronted with a legal matter that you need help resolving? If so, call attorney David Walbacher at 216-225-9181. That's attorney David Walbacher for all your legal needs.
Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Spees. Welcome to Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
As a family practice, Spees Chiropractic welcomes in patients of all ages. Whether this is your first time or you've done this before, Dr. Spees and his compassionate staff are here for you. What makes Spees Chiropractic unique is their three-tier approach. By using chiropractic care alongside massage therapy and physical therapy, all your health care needs will be treated compassionately and comprehensively. Spies Chiropractic. Make the right choice for your care.
Buffalo Wild Wings in St. Mary's, proud to support Rough Rider Athletics and the Memorial Student Athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Rough Riders football game, streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, drinks, sports.
Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success, and supporter of the Rider Nation and St. Mary's community.
Here at TLC, we expanded our business, so we wanted the security of knowing exactly where all the kids are and what's going on in each of the rooms. We chose Fowler's because we've done all our televisions with them, and they mentioned they have security systems. So we just wanted to go out and look at it, and they were very upfront, and they do excellent work from start to finish. And so we chose Fowler's TV. It's been great for us here at TLC Learning Center, and Fowler's TV would be great for anyone.
Colder weather is just around the corner, and you want to make sure your family's vehicle is tuned up and ready to go. Rabel's Auto Service has been voted the best auto repair center in St. Mary's the last 3 years. And did you know they will pick up and deliver your vehicle for free? Give Rabel's Auto Service a call at 419-394-1624 or stop in and see Jeremy at 1610 Salina Road in St. Mary's. Rabel's Auto Service in St. Mary's. Give them a call today.
Back at Grand Lake Health Systems Court, Joe Hurlbert alongside Derek and Kelly J. 21-19 on the Fowler TV scoreboard. The Bath Wild Kittens on top. Let's take a look quickly at the numbers in the first half, and here's Derek.
The Rough Riders scoring 19 points on the half were led by Carson McLaughlin with 4, followed by Reagan Allmeyer and Reese Rabel both with 3. Then a whole bevy of people with 2, Ella Jacobs, Morgan Hesse, Kendall Deringer, Noe Ruane, Coral Rabel chipping in 1. The Riders shot 33% from the field in the first half, 6 of 18, 2 for 8 from 3 for 25%, and 5 of 8 from the free throw line for 62%. They only turned it over 5 times, which is good considering they turned it over 4 times in the first quarter. I think that was part of the reason why the second quarter was so much improved from the first quarter for the Riders. The Bath Wild Kittens scored 21 points, were led by Ava Karadak with 8, followed by Elena Oliver with 6, Claire Faust with 3, Rachel Clark with 4. The Bath shot 8 for 24 for 33% from the field, 4 for 10 from 3, which they kind of came back to earth a little bit. They were 3 for 5 in the first quarter, so 1 for 5 there in the second quarter.
Scoring quarter by quarter went like this at the end of the first quarter break. The Bath Wildcats, who jumped out to a pretty decent sized lead. I think St. Mary's had 2 points probably the first with 4 minutes to go in the ball game, but they outscored St. Mary's in the first quarter 12-6. Then in the second quarter, St. Mary's came back. Offense started to gel a little bit, and they were able to hit some threes. Did a lot at the line with the Carson McLaughlin, and the Rough Riders outscored the Bath Wild Kittens 13-9, and the Bath Wild Kittens go in the locker room with a 21-19 lead here at halftime. If you're head coach John Burke, what are you telling your ball club here at halftime?
I think one thing that he definitely wants to tell them is to push it out in transition. That's when I thought they were having their most offensive success, is when they could get a stop, grab the board, and then push it up the floor really quick. Bath, for a couple reasons, Bath playing zone, when you go into transition, it doesn't give time for the zone to really set up and lock in. And Bath, with only playing about 5.5 kids, pushing in transition is going to tire them out a little bit, and they're not going to want to run quite as much as St. Mary's. So I think that's the number one thing that they need to be talked about at halftime.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say,
okay.
Actually, Coach Burke should probably be pretty pleased. He's in the game, down 2, and Kendall Deringer, almost 14 points a game, has scored 2. Noe Ruane, almost 13 points a game, has scored 2. Your 2 leading scorers, and obviously the focus of the offense didn't have stellar first halves. They're players. They're going to come out in the second game or second half and
Right.
hopefully the rust has been knocked off and they're ready to go.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about the Rough Riders and who they will face and where they will play as far as the D2 tournament trail is concerned. We'll do that when we come back to Grand Lake Health Systems Court right after this.
Friends of the St. Mary's Theater need your financial help to secure a state grant, which we need to raise $500,000 in individual contributions by the end of 2021. Any donation is welcome, and suggested donations, which can be pledged, are $200, $1,823, $2,023, and beyond. Send a check to Friends of St. Mary's Theater, P.O. Box 382, St. Mary's, Ohio, or visit us at grandoperahouselive.com to make an online payment to the 501c3. See more on our Facebook page at Grand Opera House Live. The time is now to make this happen.
Since 1981, Plus One Professionals has serviced St. Mary's and the surrounding area and are ready to meet your real estate needs. They know the real estate market and can help you. Whether you're moving in, moving out, or around the area, Plus One Professionals are ready and eager to help you sell or buy your new home. They operate with the highest level of professionalism, expertise, and honesty as they help make your real estate dream a reality. Call Plus One Professionals at 419-394-7402 in St. Mary's today.
All right, the St. Mary's Lady Rough Riders have one more game to finish out the 21-22 basketball season. That'll be held this Saturday here at Grand Lake Health Systems Court as they will host the Elida Lady Bulldogs. But after that, the Rough Riders start down the tournament trail. Let's take a look at the Rough Riders, and we see it on your screen, the bracketing as far as the Paulding Sectional District is concerned for Division II. The Lady Rough Riders got the number 4 seed in the tournament, and they're going to take on the number 9 seed Toledo Rogers.
At Patrick Henry, might as well throw in here, number 1 seed was grabbed by Toledo Central Catholic. Shawnee grabbed the number 2 and Napoleon the 3. So St. Mary's goes down to play Toledo Rogers. If they win that game, it is most likely that they would play Bryan, who plays 2-15 Defiance team.
Correct.
And Bryan is a familiar foe to the Rough Riders.
They are.
We played them on January 22nd here at Grand Lake Health Court System, or Grand Lake Health System Court. There we go. And came out with, and it was a really, really hotly contested game. That was a really fun game to watch. And the Riders came away with a 53-46 win. And so their bracket is definitely not what I would say easy, but definitely some winnable games there.
Absolutely. So you're asking yourself, and I know you're all doing this at home, where is Patrick Henry? Well, everybody has heard of Hamler. Everybody knows where Hamler, Ohio is, correct? Not me. But there you go. It's on your map right there. St. Mary's down here at 45885, and you're headed all the way up here to the Red Balloon. And I'm not going to tell you what route to take, because if I was to tell you that, you'd be over here in Paulding somewhere. So I'm just going to let you figure it out. I guess you can Google it. And a lot of times it's on the it's on the high school website, and you can just go there and Google it, and it'll take you right there. But that's where they're going to go. They're going to go to Hamler. They're going to take on Toledo Rogers. I'm not sure I know much about Toledo Rogers, although the number 1 seed comes out of the Toledo area, Toledo Central Catholic. They picked up the number 1 seed in this sectional, so we'll see how that all transpires out. So
lots of traveling. Lots of traveling.
Lots of traveling.
And my first question was, why Patrick Henry? And they said, well, you know, we have some northern schools in the district, and so I'm not sure that we didn't get the worst end of the travel stick on that one.
Because we may be the farthest team south.
Yes, I think so. I think so.
All righty, back to second half action, and the Rough Riders have the basketball. Bath continues to stay in their 2-3 zone. Rough Riders have the ball knocked out of bounds. Kendall Deringer will trigger it in. Noe Ruane, Kendall Deringer, drop it down quickly to McLaughlin. Nope, off the bottom of the backboard. Nice job by Hesse. Ruane for three. Nope, off the front of the iron. Rachel Clark has the basketball. I guess one of the things that you try to do as a coach is right now you try to pick up momentum as you head into the tournament.
Right.
And then so this is a good ball. This is a good game for both of these teams. You know, both teams are quality teams, and you know, you can kind of assess where you're at right now as you get ready to go into the tournament trail. Well, unfortunately for Bath, this is their last game before they hit the tournament trail. So I mentioned the Rough Riders have one more. Shot put up and in by Oliver. Faust, I'm sorry.
The Wild Kittens picked up the 6th seed. To continue our tournament discussion here. And nice post up there by Carson McLaughlin. They are in Shawnee's bracket. And that's who they would meet in the sectional finals. Not an enviable place to be. But could see the Rough Riders if things played out well in the district semis.
Yep.
So this could be a preview of the game in a few weeks.
Yep. Lima Bath will take on Rossford. And, of course, Lima Shawnee, the number 2 seed, will take on Toledo Woodward, the number 15 seed. So it could be Lima Bath and, well, it could be Lima Bath and Shawnee at the end as well, too.
Right,
so
right.
A lot of WBL teams have a chance to move on as far as this sectional is concerned and move into the district. Nice save by Hesse, and it's knocked out of bounds by Bath.
And Shawnee did something against Bath this year. We talked about this earlier in the season. Shawnee beat Bath for the first time ever in girls basketball. They were They were 0-61.
Correct.
Prior to this season against the Wild Kittens, and so Shawnee pulled the. I don't think you can even call it an upset at that point in time. It's something beyond that. But talked to their coach before the St. Mary's game, and she said, "You have no idea what kind of monkey on the back pressure we had going into that game." But yeah, they're kind of lining up that's a potential, a potential showdown or rematch in the sectionals. So
Wild Kittens throw it out of bounds. The Rough Riders will have the basketball. Here comes Kendall Deringer, Cora Rabel. Bath continues to stay in their 2-3 zone. Backdoor it goes to Ruane. She's going to need help and throws it off the leg. Good job. Throws it off the leg of Craddock's. I thought sooner or later they're going to call a 3-second, but she threw it off the leg of Craddock's. That was a smart play.
Yep, I was thinking the same thing. The little mental clock was going off.
Nice job there. Nice shot by Cora Rabel. And we're all tied up at 23 with 4:55 remaining here in the third quarter. Rachel Clark guarded by Deringer. Go ahead.
There was a possession in the first half where Cora Rabel did a really nice job. She didn't connect on the shot, but penetrated into a seam against that zone. I like her aggressive, attacking the basket. That kind of aggression that we just saw by Rachel Clark is what the Riders need. But Cora did a great job on that possession, attacking the zone instead of just sitting there and passing around to the perimeter. So hopefully we can get a little bit more of that.
Deringer for three. Got it. Hopefully she can light things up from three and kind of increase this Rough Rider lead.
And Kendall's a 34% three-point shooter. She's been consistent all year long for the Riders. She is the rock offensively for the Riders, so that's good to see.
Ava Craddock goes in for the shot. She was fouled. Fouls on Cora Rabel. First team foul here in the second half. Shot put up and is good. She'll get one more from the charity stripe.
Ava Craddock is not a person that the Rough Riders want to be sending to the line. A 79% free throw shooter. And quite a few, she leads them in attempts as well, 80 attempts on the year.
Misses that rebound. All alone is Oliver, and she goes up with an easy 2.
Now here we get a little 1-3-1 action for the Bath defense. Need somebody deep in the corner here.
Reese Rabel's three-point shot is good. 29-28.
Reese did a really great job of being prepped for the shot before the pass got to her. She didn't have to, bend her. Oh.
Boy, last touch by Craddock's.
Thought the Riders might have gotten a foul on that one.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Reese did a great job of being bent and ready to shoot when the ball got to her. It's something that a lot of people don't do, but good shooters always do it, and it's good to see that from such a young player.
Pass was forced and taken away by the Bath Wildcats. Here comes Clark, guarded by Deringer. She's going to drive the paint, kick it back over to Oliver. Three-point shot up, nope, won't go. Rebound push is going to be called on Ava Craddock. I guess my question to you, and you mentioned it earlier, because the Bath Wildkittens went from a 2-3 zone to a 1-3-1. If you're St. Mary's, who's responsible for picking that up and
making sure
everybody knows that they're in a 1-3-1?
Typically, it's your point guard. And someone who's experienced. And that's what I did way back in the day, and that was my job, to look at it and say, okay, here's what they're in, here's what we're running. Now, of course, your coach can bail you out.
Right.
But yeah, lots of times it's your experienced 4-year starting point guard.
Right. Rough Riders lose the basketball under their own basket. The Kittens are coming the other direction. The ball is kicked, I think, by Reese Rabel. So Bath will have the basketball. Rachel Clark will trigger it in. Shot put up by Oliver is good. Elena Oliver, the 6-foot junior. 2:15 remaining here in the third quarter on the Fowler TV scoreboard. Ball knocked out of bounds by Rachel Clark. Good hands.
I think that's the second time that same out-of-bounds play has netted a made three-point shot for Bath.
Reese Rabel with the basketball, needs help, gives it to Cora. Far side, Deringer.
Riders aren't doing a good job of attacking the high post. Some teams like to screen the zone to free people up a little bit. They're obviously talking whenever Kendall Deringer comes to a particular side, that scouting report in action,
Yep.
Hey, shooters here. And so they know where she's at all times, and the Wild Kittens do have great length. They can come out on shooters pretty well, just like that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Long arms took that one away. Yep. Rachel Clark has the basketball, guarded by Deringer. She's all over her. Oliver goes up with the left hand. Nope, won't go. Morgan Hesse comes down with it. Give it to Rabel. Deringer. She's going to drive the baseline, needs help into Ruane, up off the glass. Nope, that won't go. Nice play. Now we got a whistle and a foul called on Deringer, I believe. That's her first, team second. The Wild Kittens have one personal foul.
The Wildcat.
We've got, go ahead.
The Wildcat fans not happy about the pressure that Kendall Deringer is putting on their guards. They're complaining viciously about that, and she's just nice, hard-nosed defense.
We got a timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back right after this.
Albert Sporting Goods is here to outfit your team, both on and off the field. Since 1980, Albert Sporting Goods has serviced schools, clubs, and businesses throughout Ohio. For all of your uniform, spirit wear, and equipment needs, make it Albert Sporting Goods. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success, and supporter of the Rider Nation and St. Mary's community.
Back at Grand Lake Health Systems Court, Joe Hurlbert alongside Derek and Kelly J for the next to last regular season game for the Lady Rough Riders in this 21-22 basketball season before they hit the tournament trail. Elena Oliver, underneath it goes to Claire Faust. Here comes Daringer with the basketball.
Riders tried to put a little pressure on Bath there, and Bath was not phased.
Gave them a little taste of their own medicine there with the 2-2-1.
Right.
An old staple of the Wild Kittens. Rough Riders did not cover that sideline pass very well, though.
30 seconds remaining here in the third. Oliver with the basketball.
Looks like they'll be content to take the last shot of the quarter here.
Riders just doing some switching on those ball screens.
And it's ball stolen by Kendall Daringer. Goes down, goes up off the window. Count it! And she's fouled.
I'm not going to brag here, but I did say at halftime that Kendall Daringer would not be held to 2 points.
You're right.
Yeah, that's a senior stepping up and starting things off with some aggressive defense.
Looking for her 8th point. Got it. 33-32. 6 seconds remaining. Here comes Clark. Goes all the way down the paint. Ball stolen by Allmeyer, and they're not going to get a shot off. And that's the end of the third quarter with the score. The Bath Wild Kittens 33, the St. Mary's Lady Rough Riders 32. Back with the final quarter right after this.
Buffalo Wild Wings and St. Mary's, proud to support Rough Rider athletics and the Memorial student athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Rough Riders football game streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, drinks, sports.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is a middle school and high school club looking to spread God's love throughout numerous schools and communities of our local area. FCA's favorite play of the game is both teams joining together in prayer at the conclusion of the game. God bless you, sports fans.
Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success, and supporter of the Rider Nation and St. Mary's community.
All righty, back at Grand Lake Health Systems Court for the fourth and final quarter. Kelly, Derek, what do the Riders have to do here in the fourth quarter to come away with a victory on this one?
I think one of the things they got to do is continue to work hard at getting to the rim. They did a good job of it in the second quarter, but I thought in the third quarter maybe not quite as good. So get some penetration, get some easy shots. I think they also need to keep up the defensive pressure, maybe force some Bath turnovers here in the fourth quarter. And then, as always, with any game that's tight, free throw shooting is always going to be key.
And I will say this, that against the Bath Wild Kittens, skip passes a lot of times aren't going to work.
Right. They are long and are staying pretty wide on that zone.
Faust loses the basketball underneath the Wildcat Kitten basket, and the Rough Riders will have the basketball.
Oh, yes. And boy, if you look at their zone like right now, they are really, really spread out to begin with.
And high.
Yes.
Their bottom is so high. It's about over halfway up the lane line there. You got to punish them and make them drop by going to the corners, the short corners.
See, right now, short corner is really, really open.
They're just not flashing to
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Spacing hasn't been the greatest. You gotta force them down.
Like right there with McLaughlin and Hesse, they're just a few feet away, and one person can guard them both.
Mm-hmm. Rabel throws it out of bounds. And we talked about turnovers being a bugaboo here in the fourth quarter. They got to hang on to the basketball and make every possession count, some way, shape, or form.
We need Rich to get us a telestrator here, so we
Yeah.
could yeah.
Yeah.
We could
Kind of draw that up.
doing some drawing.
Shot up, no good. And Hesse, nice catch
save.
to Rabel for three. Nope, that's short. McLaughlin tips it right into the hands of Rachel Clark. Here comes the Wild Kittens the other way. Craddock goes down, off the glass, won't go, gets her own rebound. We got a whistle and a foul.
Those offensive rebounds continuing to haunt the Riders, as they have for much of the season, but there have been a lot of key ones tonight.
Craddock's with the basketball, drives left hand, goes down the lane. Nope, blocked by McLaughlin. Give it to Noe Ruane. 6:14 remaining here in the ball game. Cora Rabel, far side it goes, and Rachel Clark knocks it out of bounds. You know, we talked about the length of the arms here of the Bath Wild Kittens down low. You know, if you're a guard and you see them standing that far apart, you look, I can get that pass in there. But when they stretch their arms out, really they're only like a step away from either side taking the ball away. So it's kind of deceiving, you know what I'm saying?
Here in this ball side elbow, we've got Elena Oliver at a guard spot here at 6 foot. That's tough. That goes back to the boys' Rough Rider days, having Greg Yingling at the top of the zone, and it's tough to pass over somebody like that who's athletic and long.
Mm-hmm.
And she does. She makes it very difficult. Now the Rough Riders can counter by doing a couple things. One, penetrating with the dribble, and also doing some picking of the zone. Sometimes people forget about.
Oh, nice pass.
About picking the zone, but it definitely can be done and very effectively. And I should point out that I think that's Noe Ruane's third block of the game. She's doing a really nice job defensively.
McLaughlin gets the ball, goes up off the glass, won't go. Rebound comes down to Faust. Faust will give it off to Clark. Here comes the Wild Kittens. They're in a hurry all the way from coast to coast. Nope, won't go. Gets her own rebound. We got a whistle and a jump ball is called. And the possession arrow will give the basketball to the Lady Riders.
I'm not sure that Ava Clark had reestablished herself in bounds before she grabbed that ball.
Looks like we've got a replay. I think she might have established, actually.
Oh, okay. Very deep, very deep.
Well, that was about a 31-footer that went about 29 feet.
That's a shot that back in my playing days that I would have liked to have taken, but I think most coaches would not like that one.
We got a timeout on the floor with 4:54 remaining in the basketball game. Lady Wild Kittens 33, the St. Mary's Lady Rough Riders 32. Back right after this.
Colder weather is just around the corner, and you want to make sure your family's vehicle is tuned up and ready to go. Rabel's Auto Service has been voted the best auto repair center in St. Mary's the last 3 years. And did you know they will pick up and deliver your vehicle for free? Give Rabel's Auto Service a call at 419-394-1624 or stop in and see Jeremy at 1610 Salina Road in St. Mary's. Rabel's Auto Service in St. Mary's. Give them a call today.
Back at Grand Lake Health System Court, Joe Hurlbert alongside Kelly J. and Derek J. Rider Nation Station bringing you girls high school basketball. Glad to have you along wherever you may be watching. Don't forget you can also subscribe to Rider Nation Station on YouTube, like us on Facebook, and whenever Rider Nation Station does a telecast, you will be notified and at what time they will be airing that particular event. And so please like us or subscribe to us on Facebook or YouTube.
The Riders, if you look at their scoring the last 5 games, 61, 60, 40, 53, 48. We're not getting that many points here tonight.
We'll be hard pressed to get to 50, but
right.
It doesn't make any difference if they get to 49 and Bath gets 48.
Right. Yeah, we said at the outset that this
it's
was
not going to be a high.
Yep, it was going to low scoring, kind of a slugfest.
Now Bath spreading the floor a little bit.
Going a little four corners, Dean Smith action here.
They're going to run some clock a little bit.
That's an old school reference. I'm not sure if our Rough Rider audience will know that one, but yeah, Dean Smith in the 4 corner.
Well, it's very simple. Google Dean Smith. It'll tell you everything.
And
we got a whistle and a foul on Daringer, and that's what you don't want to do. Running the spread offense.
Right. And how about this for a little Rough Rider history? John Kenzel, 56 grad in our Hall of Fame, played at the Air Force Academy, assistant coach Dean Smith.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Bath missed an opportunity offensively. The Riders have the basketball.
And again, short corner, not the deep corner, the short corner.
And a chance to take the lead. Ruane, high arching 3, nope, won't go. Rebound comes down to Oliver. Clark in the corner to Craddox for 3. No, that's not close. Rebound comes down to Morgan Hesse. Nice job by Morgan to grab the rebound. Here comes the Rough Riders. Daringer drives the paint, goes up off the glass, got it!
There you go. Again, that's what the seniors do.
Absolutely.
Take the ball to the basket.
Kendall Daringer, with her 10th point. She had 2 in the first half alone.
Right.
And like we talked about, scoring in transition. Before that zone has a chance to set up, take it to the basket. A couple of the things that we talked about being keys.
Kendall wanted a double dribble on that, and I think she might have been right. I don't know. I could be proven wrong on with the Doug Spencer replay, but.
Craddox for 3, nope, won't go. Rebound comes down to Hesse. Good job by Morgan. Quickly up it goes to Reese Rabel. Skip pass over to Ruane. Daringer. Bath drops back into their 2-3 zone.
Looks like St. Mary's might be content to hold it for a little bit.
Maybe make them come out and play a little man. I like it.
Now, we haven't seen Bath in a man defense all night.
Had that 1-3-1 for a little while. A couple of possessions of 2-2-1 full about 3/4 court. And here we go.
I think they got him into the man. Ruane, Ella Jacobs. Kendall Daringer goes down against Clark, goes up off the window, won't go. Rebound. Here comes Clark with the basketball. 1:57 remaining in the game. Behind the back dribble. Off her foot. She's going to need help. There's a double dribble.
Yeah. That was 100% Kendall Daringer.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100% Kendall Daringer. That's getting a stance and D her up.
See on your screen, 1:50 remaining. Riders lead 34-33.
And here the Riders are in the driver's seat. Got the ball.
Morgan Hesse to Daringer. Wild Kittens staying in that man-to-man defense.
This is where you have ball handlers, ball handlers and free throw shooters, and see how long the Wild Kittens are content before they start.
McLaughlin Comes all the way out. She'll set a pick for Ruane.
Yeah, how long will they wait to start fouling or getting ultra aggressive, maybe start double teaming a little bit?
Like a little game of chicken between the coaches here.
Oh, McLaughlin laid a pretty solid pick. And we got a whistle and a foul going to be called on Elena Oliver. We got a few fouls to give. That's only the third team foul for the Wild Kittens. The Rough Riders have 4 team fouls. We got a timeout on the floor with 54.6 seconds remaining. We'll take a look at this replay and then we'll go to break.
Kendall doing a nice job of absorbing the contact, creating a little space for herself in transition.
We'll take a break. We'll come right back right after this.
At Schaff Auto Sales, we always have a large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles with prices right to fit all budgets. So before you buy, give us a try. See Aaron High, the car guy.
Varsity Lanes, home of the Rough Riders 2018-19 Boys and Girls State Bowling Champions. Striking up delicious food, 32 taps, Queen of Hearts, and nightly food and drink specials with a great family atmosphere. Carry out is available. Stop in and see us after the game. Go Riders! Buffalo Wild Wings in St. Mary's, proud to support Rough Rider Athletics and the Memorial Student Athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Rough Riders football game, streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, drinks, sports.
54.6 seconds remaining in the basketball game. The Lady Rough Riders on top of the Bath Wild Kittens, 34-33. What do the Riders have to do? I think one thing, they have to take care of the basketball.
Yeah, Bath's going to be really aggressive here, especially with a lot of fouls to give, so they can afford to be really aggressive, trapping a lot.
There's one of them right there as Rachel Clark puts her forearm on the back of Kendall Deringer.
Kind of surprised we didn't see any traps there before the foul. You've got plenty of time. You're only down 1, so you can afford to trap a little bit before you foul.
Both teams have 4 team fouls. Deringer, and there's the 5th foul for Bath. You know, in all honesty, this ball game could be won or lost at the free throw line when it's all said and done.
Yes. Did we say that at halftime? We always do. We always say turnovers, rebounds.
There's a turnover there, and Kendall's down, and the shot put up and good by Kendall's down. Here's the replay. Kendall just loses the handle, and then she gets shot to the head and then falls to the ground. And Kendall's, I think she's a little woozy from that shoulder to her head when she went after the basketball, but Kendall's going to have a seat. She'll clear the cobwebs out, but hopefully she'll be able to get back in here before this game ends.
Hopefully she's giving him the I'm okay thing, and of course this changes the dynamics of the game greatly. Suddenly you're, instead of up 1, we're down 1 with 40 seconds to go. Now we have to be aggressive attacking the basket.
We got a timeout on the floor called by St. Mary's with 36.1 seconds remaining. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
And Kendall back in.
Here at TLC, we expanded our business, so we wanted the security of knowing exactly where all the kids are and what's going on in each of the rooms. We chose Fowler's because we've done all our televisions with them, and they mentioned they have security systems. So we just wanted to go out and look at it, and they were very upfront, and they do excellent work from start to finish. And so we chose Fowler's TV. It's been great for us here at TLC Learning Center, and Fowler's TV would be great for anyone.
Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success, and supporter of the Rider Nation and St. Mary's community.
Back at Grand Lake Health Systems Court for the final 36 seconds. Kendall Deringer appears to be added back into the ball game for the Lady Rough Riders.
I think the Riders have their original starters back in. and be interesting to see what Bath comes out in defensively. Are they going to retreat back to that 2-3 zone that they spent most of the game doing? That would be my guess. Obviously, they're going to try to find Kendall Deringer. She's been the catalyst for the second half offense for the Riders. But no,
looks like it's man.
It looks like it's man.
Possession arrow favors the Bath Wild Kittens.
If you're the Riders here being down one, I'd like to see him try to score as soon as you can. That way you have plenty of time if you can't score in your first shot attempt.
McLaughlin, Deringer. Kendall drives right side, goes up with a shot, nope, won't go. Rebound comes down to Bath.
Right away.
And we got a foul called on Kendall Deringer.
Kendall did the right thing there, taking it to the rim. That's what you want to see, especially in a late game situation. Just couldn't get it to fall.
Ella Jacobs checks back in. We got a timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back right after this.
Colder weather is just around the corner, and you want to make sure your family's vehicle is tuned up and ready to go. Rabel's Auto Service has been voted the best auto repair center in St. Mary's the last 3 years. And did you know they will pick up and deliver your vehicle for free? Give Rabel's Auto Service a call at 419-394-1624 or stop in and see Jeremy at 1610 Salina Road in St. Mary's. Rabel's Auto Service in St. Mary's. Give them a call today.
At Schaff Auto Sales, we always have a large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles with prices right to fit all budgets. So before you buy, give us a try. See Aaron High, the car guy.
Varsity Lanes, home of the Rough Riders 2018-19 Boys and Girls State Bowling Champions. Striking up delicious food, 32 taps, Queen of Hearts, and nightly food and drink specials with a great family atmosphere. Carry out is available. Stop in and see us after the game. Go Riders!
5.5 seconds remaining. Bath Wild Kittens on top, 35-34. They have the basketball. They'll have to travel the length of the court, but they don't have to be in any hurry because they've got the lead. Foul. Ella Jacobs picks up the foul. That's the 6th team foul for the Lady Riders.
Personal foul, number 1, Ella Jacobs.
And we got a timeout called by Bath. We'll take a quick break. We'll come right back.
Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Spees. Welcome to Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
As a family practice, Spees Chiropractic welcomes in patients of all ages. Whether this is your first time or you've done this before, Dr. Spees and his compassionate staff are here for you. What makes Spees Chiropractic unique is their 3-tier approach. By using chiropractic care alongside massage therapy and physical therapy, all your healthcare needs will be treated compassionately and comprehensively. Spees Chiropractic. Make the right choice for your care.
4.4 seconds remaining. 35-34. Lady Riders trail by 1. Here's a replay. That's the shot to the head that Kendall Deringer got. And that gave the Bath Wild Kittens the lead, which they currently have, 35-34. Of course, the Rough Riders still have a foul to give.
Still one. They're sitting at 6, so this next one will get them to the foul line.
Foul quickly, maybe, and
hopefully the Riders can get a steal on the inbounds, but if not.
Some coaches might also here advocate for fouling before the inbounds.
Clark, and there's a foul by Deringer. That's the 7th team foul.
Not having a kind of a floater up there cost the Riders a little bit of extra time. I think that Coach Burke was trying to double.
Yeah,
Craddock,
they were doubling Ava Craddock, trying not to send her to the line.
And obviously, she is by far their best free throw shooter. We've got Clark coming up here at a 67%, so not like a dead eye or anything, but still a solid free throw shooter. Rough Riders just got to hope for a miss.
Rachel Clark shot. Nope, won't go. Rebound and timeout. Quickly called by the Rough Riders, 35-34. We'll keep it right here.
Now in college, of course, and no. In college, we've got the advanced rule. We don't have that in high school.
Oh, okay. You call a timeout, you get it at half
call a timeout, yeah, and you can get the ball over here. So now in high school, a little tougher. We've got to
go the length of the floor,
length of the court,
in 2.3 seconds.
Yeah.
You can't cover that much ground with the dribble. So here you want to set something where you're probably throwing it to about half court at least, so that you can get a legitimate shot up. Because if you throw it here in the backcourt around the free throw line, with 2 seconds, it's usually about a second per dribble while you still have time to get a shot up. And so, if you got 3 or 4 seconds, you can usually get 3 or 4 dribbles in before you have time to shoot. So with 2 seconds left, you really only got time for about 2 dribbles or so. So really not enough time to go the length of the floor at all. So I'd like to see the Riders kind of throw it to the half-court-ish area and hope you can get a good look.
And I'm kind of wondering why the Rough Riders are the referee was lined up under the baseline. I thought that Morgan Hesse had gotten the ball out here, almost like free throw line extended. That's one we could do a replay on.
On the last play, right before the timeout.
Spencer. Ah, dang it. She was close to the basket. Darn it. So now we got a little further to go. But
the other late in game strategy that we're seeing here, every coach is divided on it. Looks like Bath is going to guard the inbounder. Some of the famous late plays like Duke with Leitner, they didn't guard the inbounder. So, every coach has got their own strategy.
Noe Ruane will trigger it in to Deringer. She's going to launch it at the buzzer. Shot up. Nope, it will not go. That's the ball game. The Bath Lady Kittens defeat the Lady Riders by a score of 35-34 here at Grand Lake Health Systems Court. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to take a look at our statistics and wrap things up right after this.
Do you find yourself faced with injustice or confronted with a legal matter that you need help resolving? If so, call attorney David Walbacher at 216-225-9181. That's attorney David Walbacher for all your legal needs.
Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Spees. Welcome to Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
As a family practice, Spees Chiropractic welcomes in patients of all ages. Whether this is your first time or you've done this before, Dr. Spees and his compassionate staff are here for you. What makes Spees Chiropractic unique is their 3-tier approach. By using chiropractic care alongside massage therapy and physical therapy, all your healthcare needs will be treated compassionately and comprehensively. Spees Chiropractic. Make the right choice for your care.
Buffalo Wild Wings and St. Mary's, proud to support Rough Rider Athletics and the Memorial Student Athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Rough Riders football game, streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, drinks, sports.
Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success, and supporter of the Rider Nation and St. Mary's community.
All righty, we welcome you back to Grand Lake Health Systems Court as the Bath Wild Kittens defeat the St. Mary's Lady Rough Riders by a score of 35-34. At the end of the first half, the Bath Wild Kittens took a 21-19 lead into the locker room at halftime. In the third quarter, the Lady Riders outscored Bath 13-12, but still trailed the Wild Kittens after 33-32. And then I'm just kind of here scratching my head. Both teams only scored 2 points in the fourth and final quarter, and Bath wins it 35-34. So not a lot of offense.
we said from the get-go it might be low scoring.
And that it was.
Yeah.
So. But anyhow, the Bath Wild Kittens prevail 35-34. Let's take a look at the numbers in the ball game. Derek?
The Rough Riders shot 33% from the field, 12 of 36, led by Kendall Deringer with 10 points, followed by Reese Rabel, Carson McLaughlin, both with 6. Cora Rabel, Reagan Allmeyer scored 3, and Noe Ruane, Morgan Hesse, Ella Jacobs all scored 2. The Riders were 4 of 17 from the three-point line for 23.5%, and were 6 of 9 from the free throw line, turned it over 12 times. The Bath Wild Kittens were led by Ava Craddock and Elena Oliver, both with 9, followed by Claire Faust with 7. Rachel Clark with 6, and Ann Oliver with 4. Bath was 14 for 44 for 31% from the field, 5 of 17 from the three-point line for 29%, and turned it over 8 times on the game. They also grabbed 9 offensive rebounds on the game, which is one of those stats that's kind of been a real pain in the rear end for the Rough Riders, and it kind of ended up costing them in a lot of respects there. And the other thing that I thought the Rough Riders just really kind of struggled to figure out that 2-3 zone. You know, they didn't shoot it well from the perimeter, and when those perimeter shots weren't falling, they just didn't do a great job of getting into the lane and getting easier shots.
Kelly, your thoughts?
Nobody likes to lose. Losing stinks, especially a tight game like that, a game that it was really anybody's game, you know, throughout. But I think the Rough Riders have some positives that they can leave here from, knowing that there's a potential rematch here in a couple weeks. You know, that's definitely a possibility. Obviously, both teams have to take care of business, so to speak. But we could have a rematch, and I think this game gives us a blueprint of what we need to work on next time.
And keep in mind, we touched on it earlier in our telecast, the Rough Riders haven't played in 9 days.
Right.
And say
it
what
showed
you will.
early on.
Yeah, exactly. It does show. It does have an effect, but it did. It showed early on in the ball game. It took the Rough Riders quite a while to get their offense going, but then all of a sudden they started to chip away at the Bath lead, and eventually was able to take the lead, and then went back and forth for the remainder of the ball game. So hopefully the Rough Riders can move forward from here. Of course, the Rough Riders season finale will be here at Grand Lake Health Systems Court on Saturday at noon, as they will host the Elida Lady Bulldogs. If you can't join us here, don't forget to tune us in here on Rider Nation Station. Well, that's going to do it here from Grand Lake Health Systems Court. Want to thank our camera crew, Brandon Anthony and Ross Henshin, our replay coordinator, Doug Spencer, and Rich Spencer pushing all the buttons down below. For my colleagues, Kelly and Derek J., I'm Joe Hurlbert. Once again, our final scores in the JV contest. The St. Mary's JVs defeated Bath 34-13. And in the varsity contest, the Bath Wild Kittens defeat St. Mary's 35-34. Until next time, so long, everyone.
Thanks for watching another episode of Rider Nation Station. Help us help you by subscribing on YouTube or following us on Facebook.